Hey everyone, welcome to our 35th episode of Brew Talk with Mr.Beer. My name is Robert Lewis. I'll be your host for today's show. Thanks for tuning in to watch and join. Before I dive into our topic today, let's talk about a few things. If you have any topics that you want to see us do, please comment on a post, shoot us an email, send a note to customer service, post it in the Facebook group. Let us know if there's something that's on your mind you want to get our perspectives on, our opinions on, brewing, stuff like that. I can always pull in Zach and Ashley to answer some awesome questions. This time of year it's a little tricky though, so that's why you get more of me and less of them. Once the holidays pass, we'll get more back into the regular rotation of having them drop a bunch of brewing knowledge on everybody. What am I drinking? I'm drinking the Cinnamon Dulce Stout, which if you're going to drink a beer at 10 o'clock in the morning, which is when we film these things, it's the best beer you can drink. I mean, it's just like having a cinnamon roll for breakfast. So I think it justifies drinking a beer in the morning when you have one at 10. It's a cinnamon beer. You're good to go. All right, so our topic today is something we've seen a lot in the Facebook group, something that we wanted to ask. When you're bottling your beer, plastic or glass, which one is better? And the age-old answer to every great question, if you've studied economics or anything like that, is always, it depends. It's probably not the answer you wanted to hear, but I mean, it really just depends. Some of it could be based off personal preference. There's many other factors, so we'll dive into a few things. If you're just brewing like any old beer, not doing anything different, there is no difference between plastic or glass. It's not really going to make a big difference in your beer. Reality is you could perceive a difference because you enjoy using glass or you enjoy using plastics. You could think that one is better than the other, but one is not going to produce a different beer than the other one. They're both just vessels to hold your beer until you're ready to drink it. So really, it doesn't make a big difference which one you are using when you are brewing any regular type of beer. So there's always exceptions to everything, which is why the age-old answer of it depends works for this. If you are brewing a big beer, if you're brewing like a big stout or almost a big stout or a big malty monster, something that you're going to want to age for 6+ months, then that is when we would recommend getting something like glass bottles, because those do help age longer. They help keep the oxygen out. I mean, you can get oxygen barrier plastic bottles, which we do offer. Those work well as well for long-term aging of beers, 6+ months. But if you just want to know plastic versus glass, glass usually tends to work better when you're aging beers for a very long time. So if we're brewing big beers here, like our dessert stouts or some of like the Gamma Yuns that Zach has brewed, or some of just the big monster stouts that he makes because he's a monster at making big monster stouts. That makes any sense. We always bottle those in glass bottles because we age them for a long time, so we can try them as they progress to see when they kind of hit the best spot. I think that's the best point of doing something like that, is you just let the beer age and you try as it goes along, and you can see how it tastes, which I think is one of the most interesting parts of home brewing, is that you don't get that aspect when you're trying commercial beers or craft beers. You just get them as it is, but you don't get these beers as they've aged throughout the process, which is really something unique in home brewing that you don't really get anywhere else. But off topic, sorry. If you're aging your beers, you want to use glass bottles. You do not want to use twist off glass bottles. We've seen a few people post about that. That does not work because it will not seal. You can't recap twist off glass bottles because you got to use the pry off. So you need pry off glass bottles, or you can also use swing top bottles. If you're using swing tops, you want to make sure that you have a good gasket on there, so make sure the seal's tight. And also, a pro tip I got from Ashley before we started is that you want to rub some sanitizer on the gasket before you cap it down. That kind of helps the seal and just helps it solidify well and helps it tighten down on there. So that is also another thing that you can do. But yeah, so when it comes down to just debate plastic versus glass for really anything, it's just it just depends on what your preference is. I think some people just enjoy using glass bottles. That's what they've always used. That's what they're used to using. That's where they are comfortable and they get their best results. And that's fine. Some people like using plastic bottles because that's what they've used and that's where they get their best results. It really doesn't matter when it comes to what you're bottling. And I think people can debate that all day till they're blue in the face. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference on your beer. Like I said earlier, it's just a container to hold your beer until you're ready to drink it. That's all it is. You can use any type of bottle that has held a carbonated beverage, you can bottle your beer in. You're good to go. So that's going to wrap it up. Super short, super sweet, plastic versus glass debate. We settled it once for all with the age-old mighty answer of it just depends. Oh, yes. So we'll wrap it up. If you like the video, like, comment, share. I'd love to hear your thoughts on plastic versus glass and what you think is better or why you think one is better versus the other. But in the end, it just depends. I'm just going to say it depends, it depends, it depends. If you, we post these videos on our Mr.Beer page, mrbeer.com/blog, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, wherever you happen to indulge in social media. Make sure to check it out, like, subscribe. And if you have not, join our Facebook group. It's really growing fast. We're getting close to like 700 people in there. There's a lot of posts in there daily, a lot of great questions people are asking, a lot of great recipe ideas, and a lot of guys creating their own recipes, which is really, really cool to see. So hopefully we'll be able to do some more stuff like that in the future. If you do join, we ask that you answer 3 questions. If you do not answer the questions, we will not let you in. If you're new and haven't got your kit yet or haven't started brewing yet, just let us know you're new and we'll let you in. You know, it's pretty straightforward. It's a great place to hang out, communicate with everybody. Ashley's in there a lot, Jack's in there, I'm in there every once in a while. It's just a cool place to be, a cool place to hang out, cool place just to see what everyone is doing. Also, I love the labels. You guys make awesome labels in the Facebook group. Good job there. So that's going to wrap it up. We'll see you guys next week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Check out our sale if you have not. Buy 2 refills recipes. Get 1 for free. You can mix and match if you want to stock up. Yes, you can get 2 recipes and a refill, 2 refills and a recipe, 1, 1, and 2. I don't know, whatever you want to do, figure it out. It's an awesome sale. Make sure to get it. I wanted to plug that before I got off. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week. I hope you have a great week. If you're bottling your beer, you're wondering what to do, just depends, man. Plastic or glass, it depends. Cheers, guys.